Welcome to Xbox Corner, my name is Alex and today we're taking a look at what's leaving Game Pass to close out April 2022. I'll also be touching quickly on the latest Ubisoft announcement and their plans for Game Pass over this next couple of months, so hit subscribe, join us here on Xbox Corner for reviews, deals, Game Pass breakdowns and graphical comparisons weekly, and let's get started. As always then, I'll be breaking down here the games as well as how long it takes to beat them, with times for just the main story, and then a completionist time as well, meaning getting all achievements. It's a small batch though this month, 4 games, a couple of gems in here. I'll give you my opinion as well if they are titles I played. First, A Secret Neighbor that leaves cloud, console and PC. Now it's a spin-off of sorts from Hello Neighbor, a game I tried to like, but yeah, it just didn't resonate, so I can't say I've ever jumped into this one either. Now the idea here, with this entry, it's a multiplayer social horror game where a group tries to rescue a friend from the basement. The problem though, one kid in this group is actually the neighbor in disguise. Reviews though, honestly, they seem positive. Steam is showing over 10,000 very positive reviews there, and you'll get the chance to play both roles. Now as the kids, you'll obviously be working out how to identify the neighbour while moving forward to save your friend. As the neighbour, use the house to your advantage, separate the kids, use gadgets, and at all costs basically stop them. There's no story here to beat, but it seems 5 to 6 hours to get all 10 achievements. Cricket 19 leaves cloud, console and PC, and not a huge amount I can add here. It's cricket, never played the game myself, can't say I'm a fan of the sport, but realistically, this removal, it makes absolute sense. That's because back on April 5th, we saw the addition of the 2022 release, so yeah, I'd be heading there instead. It actually takes a sizable 25 to 30 hours to get all achievements, so yeah, I'd be focusing that time on the 22 edition instead. It's also worth noting too, 2019 to 2022, it sounds like a big jump as well, but my understanding, there was actually no 2020 or 21 on the Xbox or for any other platform for that matter that I am aware of. Any cricket fans out there though, let us know in the comments if it's a decent release, if it's a decent sim, and if either are gonna be worth a look. Outlast 2 then leaves cloud, console and PC, and horror fans, the Outlast name is one, for me at least, of a sign of quality. While I preferred the claustrophobic designs of the first entry, this is still very good as it throws you into an more think open town-like location. Story-wise though, you're in the Arizona desert. A cameraman and his wife, you're basically investigating a murder, and there's a cult here known as Temple Gate. This cult, definitely not friendly, and they're preparing for the end of times. Just generally, they are more than a little strange. This is a game though where you run and hide, you do not try to fight back, but it looks great. It's always got that sense of dread lurking around the player, and yeah, horror fans again, this is an absolute must play. Don't like your scares though, do not come here. This is definitely up there on that scare factor. There's even going to be a new entry coming soon, or at least hopefully coming soon. It's known as the Outlast Trials. To beat the story here, you're looking at 7 hours, and all achievements, I'm seeing a surprisingly lengthy 35 to 40 hours. Before we do get to the final game leaving then, and the heavy hitter of this batch, remember to check out cornershop.gg, that is our store, where you can pick up codes for Xbox at a discount. That's because we have 10% off right now. Now all you need to do to claim that, enter code CORNER at checkout, and we have everything on offer here from 3-month subscriptions to Game Pass for PC, Game Pass Ultimate, both 1 month and 3 month, a few games, even Halo credit, so go ahead and check it out. The channel of course gets a small kickback which we can then recycle back into the channel. We appreciate the support though, and it's linked in the pinned comment down below. The biggest loss for the end of April then, that is Streets of Rage 4 for cloud, console and PC. It's another title that needs very little introduction, but we're gonna do it anyways. It's a continuation of perhaps one of the best side-scrolling beat-em-ups ever made. Dotemu, they just did a hell of a job here with this one, packing in references and mechanics that fans will love while still modernizing it in all the right ways. clean up the streets though, and of course take down a whole host of criminals. It's packing classic characters, think Axel, Blaze and Adam, but then alongside new ones as well, like Floyd and Cherry. Alongside this then though, more characters, different skins like retro looking ones, a soundtrack compiled of past composers and new composers, and yeah, this is a fantastic game that is more than worthy of the time. It's a relatively easy one to get through as well before it leaves, with the main story clocking in at around 3 hours, though it really depends on the difficulty you choose and really how much experience you have with the genre. All achievements then, that's going to be a little bit more demanding. The only data point I can find, it suggests 50 hours, but that might be including the Mr. X's Nightmare DLC. Before we do wrap up the video then, Ubisoft have announced over on Xbox.com they have more games coming to Game Pass, so I wanted to give it a quick shout out as it is currently unupdated. They have at least though given us a window, that is the next 2 months, but we will be seeing Assassin's Creed Origins, that's going to hit cloud, console and PC. It's a fantastic Egyptian themed entry, it's one of my personal favourites. And then they will also be bringing For Honor Marching Fire Edition to PC via the Ubisoft Connect app. They will also add an upgrade to the Marching Fire Edition for cloud and console. Hopefully though there's a whole lot more to come from that partnership, but will you be playing any of these titles before they leave on the 30th of the month? Are they not for you, or even did you play them and beat them already? Let me know in the comments down below. It's definitely not the greatest selection of games honestly outside of Streets of Rage, but that's exactly what you want when it comes to games leaving the service. As always then, I'll be leaving you with just a quick recap of what's leaving again to close out April, and with that, hit subscribe, join us here on Xbox Corner for reviews, deals, Game Pass breakdowns and graphical comparisons weekly, and I'll see you all on the next video. Thanks everyone.